When the alien fleet appeared above Earth, most humans thought it was a movie promotion or a prank. Giant shapes filled the sky, dark and silent, floating above cities and oceans. At first, people took photos. Some waved at the sky. Others posted jokes online, saying it was the best special effect they had ever seen. Emma Parker was in her small kitchen when the news alert appeared on her phone. She was making coffee, still half asleep, when the screen showed huge ships hovering above London, New York, and Tokyo. The reporter looked serious, but the comments below the video were full of laughter. Emma turned on the television. Every channel showed the same thing. The ships did not move. They did not attack. They just stayed there, like they were waiting. Emma felt a strange calm. She expected to feel fear, but instead she felt confusion. It looked unreal, like a scene from a film she had already watched many times. Her neighbor, Jack Miller, sent her a message. "Guess the aliens finally found us," face with tears of joy. Emma replied, "If they came for coffee, they are too late. I just finished mine." Outside, people stood on their balconies, pointing at the sky. Some were filming. Some were laughing. A group of teenagers nearby were playing music and pretending to bow to the ships. The government released a statement an hour later. It said the situation was being studied. It asked people to stay calm and avoid spreading panic. But there was no panic to avoid. Emma watched the press conference. The officials looked nervous, but their words were careful and slow. They did not say attack or danger. They said unknown visitors and no hostile action. Emma noticed something strange. The aliens were supposed to be threatening Earth, but no one was acting like Earth was in danger. Even her students were sending her messages. One wrote, "Miss, do we still have homework if the world ends?" Another wrote, "If aliens take over, can they cancel exams?" Emma smiled, but inside, she felt uneasy. Not because of the aliens, but because of how normal everything felt. Hours passed. The ships stayed silent. Then a message appeared on every screen in the world. The message was in perfect English. "People of Earth, you are now under observation. Prepare for compliance." The words were serious. Cold. Clear. Emma waited for screaming. For chaos. For people to run. Nothing happened. Social media exploded, but not with fear. It exploded with jokes. Compliance? Sounds like a software update. Do aliens accept credit cards? At least they use good grammar. Emma refreshed the news again and again. She saw reporters standing under alien ships, still talking calmly. One even laughed when the ship blocked the sun. Jack called her. "So, should I go to work or wait for my new alien boss?" Emma said, "Go to work. If aliens conquer us, they can find you there." Jack laughed. Emma sat on her couch and looked at the sky through her window. A massive ship floated above the city, quiet and still. It was real. She knew it was real, but it did not feel real. She thought about history. Wars. Disasters. Crises. Humans had seen many endings before. Maybe this one felt familiar. Maybe that was why no one was screaming. The aliens had come with power and threats. Humans had answered with memes and coffee. Emma whispered to herself, they really picked the wrong planet for drama. And somewhere above the clouds, the alien fleet waited for fear that never came. The alien message arrived at the same time in every country. It appeared on phones, televisions, computers, and even digital billboards in the streets. People of Earth, you will surrender control of your planet. Resistance is not logical. The voice was calm and deep. It did not shout. It did not threaten. It simply stated a fact, as if the decision had already been made. Inside a large control room, Michael Reed sat in front of a glowing screen. He was a communication officer, trained to speak during emergencies. He had prepared for wars, disasters, and political crises. But he had never prepared for this. Around him, experts whispered. Some checked data. Some stared at the screen in silence. Michael felt his hands shake for a moment. Then he took a deep breath. He pressed the microphone. "Hello," he said. There was a short pause. The alien face appeared on the screen. Its eyes were large and dark. Its skin was smooth and pale. It looked serious and patient. "You are the representative of Earth?" the alien asked. Michael nodded.
"One of them, yes."
The alien waited for fear, for anger, for begging. Michael smiled instead. "Before we talk about surrender," Michael said, "can I ask something?" The alien paused. "This is not the time for questions," Michael replied. "It feels like the perfect time." Some people in the room gasped. Others covered their mouths, trying not to laugh. Michael continued. "Your ships are impressive. How do they travel so fast? Is it light-based or something else?" The alien blinked. "You wish to discuss technology?" "Yes," Michael said calmly. "And also your language. You speak English very well. Is it translated or did you learn it?" The alien seemed confused. This was not the reaction it expected. No panic. No crying. No shouting. "You are facing conquest," the alien said slowly. "Your response should be fear." Michael leaned back in his chair. "We tried fear many times in history. It never helped much." The alien studied him. "Do you not care about survival?" Michael thought for a second. "We care. But we also care about understanding what is happening." He added, "Also, one more thing, what do you eat?" The room went silent. The alien stared at him. "Why is this relevant?" Michael shrugged. "If you are staying, we should know. Food is a big topic on Earth." Somewhere in the background, a scientist quietly laughed. The alien's voice changed slightly. "You treat this situation as casual." Michael replied, "That's how we handle stress. We ask questions. Sometimes bad ones." The alien turned its head, as if speaking to others outside the screen. "They are not responding correctly," it said. Michael heard the words and smiled. "Correctly for who?" he asked. The alien returned its attention to Michael. "You are not acting like a weak species." Michael answered, "We never said we were." The silence between them felt heavier than any threat. Across the world, people watched the exchange live. Instead of screaming, they shared clips with captions like, "Human asks alien about dinner plans." "Earth refuses to panic." The aliens had come expecting control. Instead, they met curiosity. And that confused them more than any weapon ever could. The aliens decided that words were not enough. They believed humans did not understand the situation. So they chose to show power. One of the smaller human satellites suddenly went dark. A bright light flashed in space, and the signal disappeared. Inside the alien command ship, the leaders watched carefully. They expected screaming.
They expected panic.
They expected the world to finally become quiet. Instead, the world became louder. Within minutes, people noticed the missing satellite. Scientists explained what had happened. And then someone live-streamed the empty space where the satellite used to be. The video went viral. "Alien deletes our Wi-Fi, face with tears of joy. Satellite gone, but my signal's still bad." So this is their big move? Lisa Grant was standing on a rooftop with her camera, pointing it toward the sky. She was a journalist, trained to report disasters. She had covered storms, fires, and accidents. But she had never covered something like this. She spoke into the camera. "A human satellite has been destroyed. This confirms the alien fleet has the ability to affect our technology." Behind her, two people were taking selfies with the alien ship. Lisa stopped speaking for a second and looked around. No one was running. No one was crying. Some people were even laughing. She checked her phone. The satellite destruction was now a trending topic. Not under emergency, but under entertainment. One post said, "They broke our toy and expected us to panic." Another said, "At least they didn't touch Netflix." Lisa felt a strange mix of fear and understanding. Humans were not ignoring the danger. They knew the aliens were powerful. They knew something serious was happening. But they refused to let fear control them. Lisa sent her report to her editor. She wrote, "Humans are not calm because they feel safe. They are calm because they choose to be." In space, the alien leaders were watching Earth's reaction. "This response is illogical," one of them said. "They should now fear us," another replied. But instead of fear signals, they saw laughter, music, and jokes spreading faster than panic ever could. The alien commanders spoke slowly. They processed threat differently. They expected silence. They received memes. Lisa looked back at the sky and whispered, "They don't understand us at all." And the aliens, watching millions of humans laugh at their show of power, began to realize something unsettling. Earth was not a planet that broke easily. It was a planet that turned fear into entertainment. The alien commanders waited. After the satellite was destroyed, they believed Earth would finally react with fear. They expected emergency messages, angry protests, and desperate requests for peace. Instead, they received an invitation. It was simple and polite. "Would you like to talk?" The message did not contain threats. It did not contain begging. It only suggested a meeting. Inside the main alien ship, the commanders were silent. "They should be frightened," one of them said. "They should be asking for mercy," another replied. But humans were not asking for mercy. They were asking for conversation. Daniel Brooks was sitting in a quiet room filled with screens and data. He was a systems analyst, not a soldier or a politician. His job was to study patterns, how systems reacted under pressure. When he was selected to speak, he felt surprised. "I'm not important," he said. The official replied, "That's why we chose you." Daniel joined the call. The alien leader appeared on the screen again. Its face looked the same, calm, unreadable. "You have witnessed our power," the alien said. "You should now comply." Daniel nodded slowly. "We understand your power." "Then why do you not surrender?" the alien asked. Daniel leaned forward. "Because power is not new to us." The alien paused. Daniel continued, "Humans have lived through wars, disasters, and mistakes for thousands of years. We have destroyed cities. We have lost millions of lives. We have almost destroyed our own planet more than once." The alien listened carefully. Daniel said, "Fear is familiar to us. We grew up with it. But so is change. So is learning. So is fixing what is broken." The alien replied, "You are still weak compared to us." Daniel smiled slightly. "Maybe. But we are very good at adapting." The alien looked confused. "You treat invasion like a discussion." Daniel answered, "Because shouting never solved anything for us. Talking sometimes does." Across the world, people watched the conversation again. Not as a battle, but as an interview. Daniel added, "You expected us to beg. But humans don't beg well. We ask questions instead." The alien was silent for a long time. "You are unpredictable," it finally said. Daniel replied, "We know. It's our best feature." Inside the alien command room, the leaders spoke quietly among themselves. "They do not behave like a defeated species. They do not behave like a threatened species." One of them said, "They behave like equals." That was the moment everything shifted. The aliens did not see weakness anymore. They saw something more difficult. They saw a species that refused to fit into simple rules. A species that treated fear as a problem to solve, not a signal to surrender. And for the first time since arriving at Earth, the alien commanders were no longer confident. They were uncertain. The alien fleet stayed in the sky for 2 more days. The ships did not attack. They did not send new threats. They only watched. Inside their command ship, the leaders studied Earth again and again. They reviewed every message, every broadcast, every human reaction. Nothing made sense. Humans did not act like conquered people. They did not act like enemies. They did not even act like victims. They acted like spectators. The final human message was short. "You are welcome to stay and talk. But if you came to scare us, it's not working." The alien leaders discussed this for a long time. One of them said, "They joke during danger." Another said, "They ask questions during threats." Another said, "They show curiosity when they should show fear." The commander finally spoke. "We cannot control what we do not understand." And so, the decision was made. Without warning, the ships began to move. Slowly, quietly, they rose higher into the sky. The clouds shifted. The shadows disappeared. Across the world, people noticed. Emma Parker was standing near her window when she saw the first ship fade into light. She called Jack.
"They're leaving," she said.
Jack replied, "Already? I didn't even finish my alien jokes." Emma watched as the massive shapes vanished one by one. No explosions. No dramatic music. Just silence. Within hours, news channels switched back to normal programs. Social media moved on to new topics. Memes changed from aliens to sports and movies. The invasion became a story people told with laughter. Remember when aliens tried to scare us? Yeah, that was weird. Emma went back to school the next week. Her students asked her if aliens would return.
She said, "Maybe.
But next time, they should bring snacks." Far away in deep space, the alien fleet sent a final report to their council. Earth is not hostile. Earth is not weak. Earth is confusing. And across the galaxy, a quiet rule spread among advanced civilizations. Avoid planets where the population laughs during danger. Those species are not afraid. They're already in control. Because if humans are laughing, the situation is no longer serious for them, but it is very serious for everyone else.